Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to a brand new PSGL League Racing video. Today we are driving around Brazil, round number 10.
Right,
And you might be wondering,
traffic.
why we are driving around Brazil again, because round 1 was around Brazil as well. We were supposed to drive around Bahrain, but there's a huge bug at the moment on Bahrain where if you, just take the racing lines, sometimes your car just falls to the ground and comes to an immediate stop. Basically like hitting a pothole like we had a few years back, and even I think on F1 23, but more extreme. So yeah, the same issues are still there from a few years ago, which is really annoying. But championship-wise, we're doing not too shabby. 16 points ahead of Frederik Rasmussen. And yeah, we haven't been out of the top 4 yet this season. So we've been really consistent. Gonna be difficult to keep that up on a grid like this, of course. But
careful with car behind underneath. Couple of cars behind and whatnot.
we need to try. And yeah, here in Q1, again with the multiplayer cars, we will be switching back to... green one as well. We will be switching back to the Red Bull for the race.
Yeah.
And yeah, just trying to get out of traffic. It's a short track, which means traffic is always a little bit more tricky. But because we are stuck on 5 kilos of fuel for qualifying, it's too much. And some people are doing double out laps, which will increase tire a little bit, but at least you'll be driving with a lighter car. I decided not to, as I lost force feedback in turn 1 there, which is really unfortunate. You can really see me struggling getting through turn 2 with no force feedback, and yeah, that definitely cost us at least a tenth. But if we nail the rest of the lap, it would still be enough, of course. So we just have to lock in here and nail the rest of the lap if we want to make it through on a single set of tires, of course. But yeah, easier said than done, of course, on a grid like this, where probably P1 to P17, 18, 19 is going to be within 2 tenths. It's quite common around Brazil. Into the final corner we go, and that's not a great split. That's not going to be enough to make it into Q2, so we're going to have to go again after this run. And yeah, here we go then. 106.671.
That lap was already
and yeah, that's 3 tenths of current P1 Thomas Runhar right there. So again, probably over a tenth into turn 1 alone. So that gave me confidence, because as you can see there, instantly a 1/10 gain pretty much. As we, by the time we hit sector 2, so yeah, 900s up into sector 2. If we keep gaining that 1/10 per sector, then by the end we're gonna be on P1, but that's easier said than done. 1.7 tenths up, so again, a good gain. We just have to keep gaining through this middle sector, a little bit of a moment on the exit there. Really struggling with the rear end through there, but that's quite common, and it wasn't a big time loss, maximum of 300-400s, I think so. 2 tenths up as we head into the final few corners of this lap. It's been quite tidy so far. We just have to gain again in the final corner, because my final corner wasn't great on the previous lap, but just going wide. You couldn't really see it on board with me, but I lost the rear end there as well. I had a slide, and that just killed the minimum speed, and we lost 200s where we should have been gaining at least half a tenth. And it's only P15 when we cross the line. And that's really, really frustrating, because see, P1 is only 1.5 tenths ahead. But we're down at P16. Make that P17 as Joni Toma crossed the line. So yeah, you can see how close it is. Just very, very small mistakes with a very big punishment, unfortunately. P17. It's even more crazy. P16 to P2 is, 1.1 tenths. Crazy gaps. And yeah, we're just getting punished for very small mistakes. I think we didn't quite have the pace which made it harder as well. So just lacking a little bit of quali pace, maybe setup pace in quali. But yeah, P17, I think that's the first time in quite a while we've not made it to Q3. I think every other race so far this season we've made it to Q3. So frustrating, but it is what it is. We have to try and still score some good points. So yeah, let's try and do that. But as we head into the start of the race, you can see we're on the hard compound of tires. Now that is quite unusual for Brazil, because the strategy is either a medium hard one stop or a medium hard two stop. But there is rain predicted for later on in the race. They decided not to fight these medium runners really hard. They went really aggressive there in turn 1 as well. Which I was quite surprised by in a race where rain is predicted to go that aggressive, because the opportunities are massive. And again, you can see them making it 3 wide there. Yeah, really aggressive, as I said. We are not going to try and fiddle around too much with these guys ahead, because they're really aggressive. They're on the medium tires. They're not on the same strategy as us. If they started on the mediums, if anyone started on the mediums, they will not be making it to the rain. Rain predicted, as I said, and the rain is predicted over halfway into the race. So what we need to do is we need to nurse these tires for the first few laps while these guys battle around a little bit. And you can see Danny Bresnay behind me. He's doing the same. He's not going to be attacking us. He has the exact same strategy as us.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now.
And that is just to wait around a little bit, save some tires, and then once these guys pit, we can try and close in some gaps on people that are on a similar strategy to us.
Apart from Tormela and Bresnay.
I'll let you know in a sec.
And yeah, you can see end of lap 2, these guys are still going at it, going side by side, pretty much through the whole second sector.
So 9 people on hard, including you. 9 people.
Okay. So yeah, that means another 7 people ahead on hard tires. As some people have already, 3 people have already made a pit stop at the end of lap 6. More people coming in at the end of lap 7. And yeah, that's what I meant before. They are doing a one stop before the rain hits.
I will update you soon.
As we now, at the end of lap 8, pass Duncan Hovland, Jack West and Tom Manley and Thomas Ronner come into the box for a fresh set of tires. Now you might be thinking, they will never make that back up, but
They have to start pushing though.
Brazil
Otherwise
is
it's gonna be absolutely no way to race.
the C5, 4 and 3 compound of tires.
Yeah, I'll update you next time.
And that means they're very soft, which means tire wear is going to be high. And that also means
Not pushing. but
fresh
like
tires
closing
have a
up to
big
Tormela.
advantage. You can see how far they're all back. But at the end of lap 12, it's only 7.2 seconds. Now, they only have to gain a second a lap, more or less, to catch us back up before the rain hits.
Yeah, optimal pit lap would be target lap plus 6. Wait, let me confirm. 1 sec. Target lap plus 5.
And yeah, we have quite a bit of a
with a
gap
teammate
ahead of us to catch up to, but we managed to do that quite quickly.
So I'm thinking probably -1 if we can't look after your tires. Otherwise, we're not going to hit that target.
And yeah, Ruben Pedreno boxing at the end of lap 13.
He's looking fine at the moment, no?
And yeah, we just continually, of course. Jake Benham trying to stretch this stint on the mediums.
Catching. We
still
can
out.
take our target at +5.
And yeah, end of lap 15, we have to go for a move here on Jake because his tires are completely finished. Those mediums have gone 15 laps. And obviously us hard runners want to get past because the hards are so much better at this point. And as you can see right behind us, Thomas Ronhaar as well has made a pit stop, boxed at the end of lap 8 and has caught up to us. Now, he, if I remember correctly, got pole position. Started on the medium, so he was obviously leading. So he's basically
So Ronnar end of 7, right?
the leader of the pitters.
end
End on
of
lap
8. So
eight.
you
And
Yeah, you can
Otis?
end of lap 6. Just critical that you can make it to the target and +5.
And yeah, again, critical we make it to the rain, because if we don't, then we either get a puncture or we're gonna have to make a pit stop to slicks again, and that would mean race over at this point.
We select the Inter if you haven't already.
And as you can see, Thomas right behind us. He's got so much more grip at this point. There was absolutely no point in defending this. It would have been so incredibly stupid to defend this. So I decided to let him go. He's on tires that are probably a second a lap faster. And I decided, you know what? We are not in for the win this race.
And we
It's
might
just,
know on wing if you want to change something.
it's just the situation we're in because of the bad qualifying. Our aim is to get some decent points on the board. And yeah, unfortunately, the rain has still not hit at the end of lap 17, and I've got a bunch of pitters behind us that want to overtake me, obviously, because they got fresher tires. Otis goes down the inside in turn 1, and down to P9 we go. Now we got Reese Linton and Alfie Butcher also on fresher tires behind us. Again, gonna be very, very tough to defend. And the thing is as well, if I defend really hard now and I still get past, I have no battery, then they're all getting past anyway. So we have to kind of play it smart here. And it's very difficult to balance out at what point should I start defending from these guys.
Right?
But at the moment the rain has still not hit. And it's going to take another 2 laps before intermediates become viable. Sometimes even longer. We got Julian Klavenbach down the inside. Again, there's another 2 cars behind us that are on fresher tires, and we're probably going to have to let them go. And then there's another 4 cars behind there, and I think
Fossey end of 7, Manley end of 8.
that is our fight here at the moment. So what we're going to try and do here is let Tom Manley, let Ismail Fassi go as well, and then we can hang on to the back of this train and kind of just get carried along a little bit, and then perhaps in the last few laps of the race, on the intermediates, we can make moves. Because then, at that point, we're finally on the same tires, and we can finally start making some moves. So, Joni Tormela ahead. He is coming into the box together with a bunch of other cars. Now, Ferrari,
End of this lap.
our teammate Freddie Rasmussen, Ola Suzilderim coming into the pits as well. So, yeah, we have to carry on for another lap because obviously Freddie boxed. And honestly, I was kind of okay with that. We had a bit of a tire offset, so maybe we can make some moves at the end if we save our tires a little bit. But yeah, we got Ruben Pereno behind us. He has boxed as well. Remember, we were about to overtake him when he boxed at the end of lap 13 or 14. And then we got Danny Bresnay, who actually, remember, was behind us at the start of the race. He's caught all the way back up as well, and is 1.8 seconds behind us. So, yeah, we've done a slightly better job than him, I guess, with the strategy, because, yeah, he's going to be further behind than he was before. And, yeah, we got an extra position, which is Ruben Pedreno. So, into the box we're going to go at the end of this lap. We haven't lost too much on this in lap because it has started to get wet. I've lost the back end into the final corner. These tires absolutely cooked. And this was frustrating because I wanted to get into the pits here. But I've got Ruben on my inside, and I think he realized. And yeah, smart for him to let us go, because it only cost him, I think, like 1/200. And we had to box.
Might be a little bit of managing of tires. So you can expect potential crossover factor dries at the end of the race. So the track will be dry, wear will be high. Keep that in mind.
And yeah, it might dry up at the end of the race, so we might have to do some managing of tires at the end. Again, we've pretty much come out in last place. There's still people out on dry tires, so we will overtake them. So again, it's very boring, but again, we just have to manage tires a little bit in the hope that we get it back at the end of the race. But at this point, I was very much doubting it. So Yeah, we are in the lead train, basically. You can see that Aston Martin leading, that's Nicolas Longuet. He is the leader of this race, basically. Once the 5 remaining cars box for the intermediates. So, yeah, again, saving tires. I felt like it was the same, or it was the best option for now. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. End of lap 22, 14 laps to go at the end of this one. As the track is still getting wetter and wetter. Only
So
DNF
you
so
can
far
use some of your tires now, I think. We won't be too high.
is Jack West. So yeah, into P15 we're gonna go here. P14, make that P14. Yeah, Alfie Butcher right ahead of us, 1.6 seconds ahead of us as Julian Klavenbroek has gone wide there. I think a lot of people are struggling with understeer, including myself in that fast right-hander in intermediate conditions. As Alfie Butcher's trying to find his way through, and quite a bit of argy-bargy going on here. I'm not sure what was going on here, but it might end up in us gaining a position here. So yeah, still P14. And now we've pretty much caught up to...
Oh, car had same tires as you.
And now, yeah, Tom Manley coming into the pits. I think he might have gotten damage from that contact there. Or maybe he's just done with the race. I'm not sure. But yeah, we're in the P2 train. Nicolas Longuet has pulled off into the distance by a massive margin. I'm not sure how that is possible or what happened. Maybe P2, P3 were just struggling for pace. I'm not sure. Or maybe he was just much faster. I have no idea. But lap 25, and you can see Joni Tomla boxed 1 lap before us, so he's going to have more tire wear than us. And seems to be struggling for pace quite a bit because he's been overtaken by quite a few cars in the past few laps. So, yeah, perhaps too much of a dry setup, or his dry setup just doesn't work in the wet. That sometimes is possible as well. So, let's see if we can go for a move here on Joni Tomla. Best overtaking opportunity on the main straight, of course. But big struggle here is not having any DRS and also not having any slipstream, unfortunately, on this game. So we're going to be really close into the final corner. We're going to get a lot of dirty air. Luckily for us,
on the car had tire advantage for us.
We've got a 1 lap tire advantage, and Joni Tomla ahead of us had a little bit of a moment out of the final corner. So that's going to give us the opportunity into turn number 1. We're going to drain the battery and go down the inside in turn 1 up to P12. We go a little bit deep there in turn 1, but we get the move done up to P12. And we got Danny Beresme actually in P14 behind us, or 1 lap fresher tire than us. Obviously, he made the pit stop before the rain, so he could go a lap longer and create a bigger tire offset. But yeah, with that, he lost quite a bit of time on the in lap as well, of course. So here we go then. Lap 27. Still very, very close because CP2 right there.
Oh my god.
But the issue is getting past everyone, of course. As Reese Linton and Julian Klavenbroek going side by side there. And now Alfie Butcher has a little look down the inside of the final corner. Not a great overtaking opportunity though. So let's see if we can do something either on Alfie Butcher or Reese Linton, or both if they start battling.
Just got in for Ferrari in P8 has a speeding, I believe. Not sure if he got hit or not though.
Okay. And yeah, that's music to our ears. Because that means if we overtake 1 more car, we're in contention for a point. And that point could be crucial at the end of the season. A little bit of a moment between Alfie Butcher and Reese Linton, and now that gives us the opportunity for P11 here. Might not seem like a lot, but as I said before, that 1 point could be crucial at the end of the season, and we are down the inside of Reese Linton, and that might give us P11. We leave enough space for him on the outside, and we get the move done up to P11. Now behind Alfie Butcher. He boxed 1 lap later than us, so he should have a tire advantage, of course. And as you can see there, he's not fussy P8, and he's got wing damage as well. You could see there, as he went through the left-hander here, his front left end plate is missing. And unlike in real life, that will make a massive difference. In real life, I think they barely lose any downforce. if they lose that end plate. We've seen that multiple times now in F1 with Norris last time out in Singapore, actually Leclerc in Shanghai in the main race, where yeah, if anything they started going faster
Just waiting for
when
car
they lost
behind same tires as you.
when they lost that end plate. But
The
on the
rain's
F1
passing
game,
now, so expect it to ease up in the next few minutes. So watch those lap times. We may have to pit for dries.
on the F1 game, you do lose a substantial amount of downforce if you break that front wing end plate. So yeah, that's going to be unfortunate for him. But what's unfortunate for us is that we will be losing more downforce by being close to him. Now, luckily for us, we are heading into the final lap, and DRS has been enabled, so that gives us the opportunity, perhaps, to go for a move. Not that it's really going to matter because Ismail has the 10-second penalty, but yeah, maybe it can cause some chaos, and you can see if that causes some chaos, we might be able to snatch another 2 positions away, and that'll be great for the championship. So DRS enabled, Julian Klaffenberg going for the move in turn number 4, and you can see he's gone deep. Ismail with the switchback. Alfie tried to do the same, couldn't quite pull it off. Now again, you're just gonna sit back because we don't have an overtaking opportunity coming up on Alfie Butcher, and the guys' heads are going side by side again. I'm still looking for a way through on Alfie, perhaps somewhere in this middle sector, trying to drive a different line, and Alfie's being pushed wide there, and that gives us the opportunity. Unfortunately, a little bit of contact as Alfie rejoined the track, and we couldn't get them moved on. Through the next left-hander we go. We need to be careful we don't lose the position to Danny Bresnay behind. And I've braked really late into the final corner to defend from our old teammate Danny Bresnay.
What a cheers race.
And yeah, we're gonna bring it home in P9. There was quite a lot of incidents in the top 5, I think so. So
Yeah, introduce
perhaps we can get another position
not too much we could do there.
from those penalties. That'll be very lovely. But we still brought home 2 points.
Biggest movers are you, Lavishne behind Otis P4 and Klaffenberg.
And yeah, 2 points might not seem like a lot, but in a championship where you get 16 points for a win, that 2 points is actually quite a lot relative to real life P9, you know. So not a complete disaster of a race. It felt like a disaster. It was very frustrating being stuck behind other cars, of course, on all the tires. But yeah, that's just how it goes sometimes. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and see you guys next time. Ciao.